Gloves of the Neophyte? Whenever the wearers of these gloves casts a cantrip or a first level spell, the spell deals 1 additional point of damage per die rolled. Okay. Dark Veil. Once per day, you may use this item to grant your party total concealment against range attacks for 1 minute. Damn, okay. Dark Omen. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ray of Enfeeblement, Scare, Ray of Exhaustion, Fear, and Waves of Fatigue. To cast a spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot at the required level. Also, Bag of Holding, we're buying this. The Bag of Holding opens a non-dimensional space. Its inside is way larger than its outside dimension. Regardless of what it's put into the bag, its weight doesn't change. This allows the party to carry additional 100 pounds. Yes. Done. I'm going to be poor, though. Spicy pastry. This is a recipe. We're buying it. Holy water? Damage to undead creatures or an evil outsiders. Lockpicks are so... Oh, they're so expensive. Oh my god. Jesus. I should have used like that many. Oh my god, dude. I'm poor as balls. I'm gonna go with that. That's it. Ugh. The Bag of Holding, though, is super nice. New recipes. Oh, I have to memorize it. Okay, hold on. Info? Is it copy? Copy recipe. Okay. Loot. Jernot? Who are you? A young man in well-worn travel clothing and a simple wooden symbol of Erastil on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tunes about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm, chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talent lie off of the battlefield. I'm Jernot, servant of Erastil. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing here? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal, but there is a reason people say, have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Canabris. I was sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Selen River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself, but I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek, where is that? It's a small village, a fishing village. It's not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. And the world wound is a stone's throw away, so I'll be setting sail to Chili Creek to serve my god and my people. Oh, and now we have it on the map. Once we've held Canabris, I'll be going there. If by grace of the good gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. The priest marks Chili Creek on your map. Nice! Aren't you a young and inexperienced cleric afraid to go to the border of the world wound? I won't lie, I'm afraid, but what can I do? Those villagers are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. That's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me, like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world. The young man says with a smile. Or maybe even 100, why not? But I don't have time to spare, so I want to spend my short life in the place where I'm needed most. Even if it's dangerous, especially if it's dangerous. I could use a cleric. Jernot makes a helpless gesture. Erastil knows I'd be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. Okay. May Erastil watch over you. May he does. Okay. Foreign automaze. A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. He is pale as a ghost, his arm wrapped in a blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes, but even in such a miserable state, he manages to keep calm. Raising his eyes to meet yours, he says faintly, I am Foreign Autumn Aze, at your service. His pale lips are reddened by blood, but you see no sign of pain or fear in his grey eyes. Do you need help? After giving you a cold, intense look, he shakes his head. Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. A local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wound and the poison delivered through them. Okay. Who are you? No, I'm Shino. You can trust me. I may be able to help you. After a brief pause, Forn says, it would be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who is your quarry here in Mendev? I was hunting a fugitive, a Descarite by the name of Kelessa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Canabris and I wounded her. The demon appeared and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued and couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred as he speaks, only compassionate sorrow. I'm sorry for your misfortune. I hope things will turn out differently next time. He purses his lips. There is no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lesson better than anyone. That goes for learning our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when we next meet. I wish to aid you in your hunt. Forn covers his eyes wearily. I thank you, but this is my mission. I'm used to facing all manners of terrors on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kelessa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her with many gifts. Your appearance alone will tell you that it is warped. The agate skin, the malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. Oof. I need a natural 20 to succeed this roll. Yeah, we're gonna wait. I'd like to know more about you. I won't hold anything back, not who I am, why I made my way here, and who it is that I'm pursuing. Tell me more about yourself. Other people tend to believe that identity is the sum of a person's actions and the events that have happened to them. For them, I am one of a long line of warriors of Keonin. Keonin? The homeland of the elven race of Golarion. Keonin was almost completely evacuated by the elves just before the fall of the Starstone. They only recently, by elven standard, returned to Golarion to reclaim their ancient homeland and have become an isolationist realm, allowing few non-elven visitors into their mist-shrouded capital, Yadara, who since his youth has dedicated himself to hunting evil and injustice. For them, I am a successful and capable huntsman who has tracked down and slain a great many monsters. But I am an elf, and for me, my identity has a different meaning. It is shaped by the place where I was born and that I love so deeply. I'm shaped by what I find beautiful and what makes my heart quicken, by the fears that come to me in the dead of night, by the things I find so intolerable that at the sight of them, my very core darkens and fills with poison. Thus, to tell you who I am, it will require many days and much candor, which is more than you and I have at our disposal. Why did you choose to be a hunter of evil? Because I am the son of a noble and proud nation. We are sometimes criticized for our arrogance, but no one dares doubt our honor. When a crime is committed, we cannot turn a blind eye. If we were to abandon our obligation to oppose evil, if we were to surrender this obligation to other races, we would also relinquish our preeminence. Remind me, who is the quarry that brought you to Mendev? Oh no, we got it. Refresh. No, but yeah. I was hunting a fugitive, a Descaride by the name of Kalissa. Okay, well, I have to go. To the basement. Okay. I'll bite. What's on there? Oh, like tons of loot. I want the light shield. Not worth it. Yeah, that stuff is kind of garbage. Surrender thy soul, Delvin. Yomade, protect us. Haha, got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove him, tiefling. Whoa, easy there, chief. Don't hit me. Wait. Hello? Who are you?
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
The young tiefling sits cross-legged on the floor. He looks relatively calm for someone in shackles, but his tail whips back and forth in agitation. Noticing your attention, the tiefling sits up and beckons you over.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But
Oh, have a good night,
I
sub.
had to shut my trap.
Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, talk to you soon. Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
The tiefling rattles his chain and gives you a meaningful look. What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
I mean, of course he was. Your shadow, what was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
I can't help you while you're in chains, though. So how can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Yeah, sure.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
Yeah, I don't see why. Not. Seems like super friendly. Also, you might be a friend. Thank you, Jasper. I appreciate it, man. Okay. Lots of loot
March
here.
on.
Outside. Another lever. And another one? Wait, what are these? Delvin? Okay, now they're all down. And now they're all up. That sounded like something.
Onwards.
I don't know what that is, though. Oh, thank you, Jasper. You're the best. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that like that whole thing is. Okay, this is my room. We've been here. Is there no like second floor? There is. Oh, but I can't go up. Okay, so well that takes care of that. Ooh, loot. Elor and a Spinner of Nightmares. Damn, okay. The Spinner of Nightmares let out a fiendish laugh, and the wind rose up, sending the sound rippling across the roof of the cavernous temple and off in the darkening sky. You cannot protect them, the demon worshipper performed a graceful pirouette as though she were mocking the ungainly venture captain who was slowly picking his way across the slippery roof tiles. You may have saved Entoclitus today, but you won't save everyone who gets in my way. I will always be one step ahead, plunging a dagger into the heart of the next fool and sullying your path with blood that you will never be able to wipe clean. Healer lost his footing once again, and only by a miracle did he not go plummeting to his death. His heart threatened to beat right out of his chest, but his mind was consumed with a feverish awareness of how close he was to his target. Only a few dozen paces separated him from the Spinner of Nightmares. Close enough to shoot, but the venture captain wanted to be sure the bolt wouldn't kill her, merely maim and immobilize her. The hand crossbow that Hilor concealed under the folds of his cloak was throwing him off balance. The jig is up, the Spinner of Nightmares. The venture captain leaned forward as though trying to catch his breath. A diversionary tactic designed to weaken the vigilance of the villain, who seemed to be waiting for something on the peak of the roof. You have one chance to save your pathetic life. Surrender now. The Spinner of Nightmares froze, as if considering the captain's word, before lunging forward like a snake and spitting with contempt. You will never see her again. The click, twang, the whistle of the bolt released from its cradle, and the swish of the Spinner of Nightmares' cloak as she dodged the shot, laughing. Iller let out a bellow, pouring all of his hatred and despair into the shout, dashed forward, and, slipping on the roof, tumbled to his knees. Gripping a jagged roof tile with his last remaining strength, the venture captain swallowed a grunt of pain and raised his head, only to watch his daughter's abductor be swept away on a black wind. I will find you, the Spinner of Nightmares! Hiller's shout seemed to carry far and wide across the whole of Mendev. I'll find you and I'll tear out your duplicitous heart. So, okay. Kind of interesting. Also, can I remove this helmet? It looks ugly. It's not a helmet, so I can't. Okay. Well. That's that. There's a tiefling chained up in the Defender's heart. What can you tell me about him? Urebet shrugs scornfully. Wolchif is a petty thief from a gang of tiefling operating in Canabris. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them, and the rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? Irabeth squints at you thoughtfully, then shrugs. If you want to recruit Wolfjin and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off our guards' hands. We can hill afford to let soldiers spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along. Sure. Wait, I can just pick him up and go?
Let us be off.
Bro. Perfect. Hey, we just have a new friend, I think.
Let's move.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Hirabeth and have decided to make you part of my troops. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
I mean, if he does, I'll just stab him with my big sword.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that Big Sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
No. I don't follow at all. I don't know any of these things. I don't know where the family is. I don't know what the who Charisme is. I don't even know what shop you were stealing from. Wolfsheet is freed from his shackles and rubs his chafed wrists. He glances around, making sure that no one is listening in.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
I like that dude. Stolen Moon. I kind of like that dude. Wait, I want to, like, what is his alignment? It's probably like, hopefully he's not evil. Hopefully he's just like neutral at best. Is he? Oh, he's under my, oh yeah, he is. There he is. He's chaotic neutral. Okay, so he's neutral at least. My bro is an eldritch scoundrel. Okay, AC is kind of poop, but that's okay. We can deal with that. No honor amongst thieves. As a descendant of demons, tieflings are not the most respected or trusted of Mendev's citizens, to put it mildly. However, a few minutes in conversation with Woljif is enough to see that it isn't prejudice working against this particular tiefling. It is his puddle-deep personality, his membership of one of Mendev's biggest thief gang, and his chronic inability to stick to anything, even his own principle. Woljif sees Shino purely as a convenient way to solve a few of his problems, at least for now. Whoa! Stealth 14? Trickery 12? Jeebus. My dude. Let's see the class here. What's your background? Tiefling. Usually... You're a pickpocket. That makes sense. Lystria. 2-weapon fighting. Double slice. Your offhand weapon while dual wielding strikes with greater power. Add your strength bonus to damage rolls made with your offhand weapon. What's the point of that skill? That's useless. He's got 10 strength. What's the... Wait. But why? It's got to be because it's a prerequisite to something else. It's got to be, because... Weapon finesse. Okay. Trap finding? Ooh. Really? I didn't know that. That's cool. Cantrips? Okay. Elder Scoundrel. Simple weapons. Sneak attack. Okay. Weakening wound. Has damage reduction. The character's attack reduces the damage reduction for 2 rounds. Dude, that's gonna be so nice. It can lower the damage reduction of an enemy. That's so cool. Evasion. Can avoid even magical and unusual attack with great agility. Scribe scrolls. Craft scrolls ring camping. Oh, cool. Finesse training daggers. Dude. You also get sneak attack 2 and danger sense. +1 bonus and reflex saves to avoid traps and 1 AC against attacks made by traps. I mean, that's fine. Next level, you get debilitating injury. She can also debilitate the target of her attack, causing it to take a penalty for 1 round of my choosing. So you can make the target bewildered, disoriented on attack rolls. So it's like Evil Eye essentially, but it's on a hit, and it's only for 1 round. Okay. Huh. These are both masterwork daggers at the very, very least. You don't have any armors though. Like at all. Scale mail? See, I don't think you can use scale mail. And even more that. I don't think that's bad. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't use either of those. Drop. Drop. Yeah. So we'll have to figure out like what to give him. Also, I need to know what these things are. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's probably a secret or something, but I don't know what it is. I like how to figure it out. Hey, we got new friends though. That was super worth it. Can we go to my personal chest and drop the books in there because I don't need those. And also that makes it so that now I have another person I can talk to, which great. Thankfully, I'm not going to do any of that now because, good lord, I'll never finish. So I think next time we go in here, we'll do the rounds and talk to the people we need to talk to, and then we'll talk to like 1 more companion, and we'll just kind of space them out that way, because otherwise I'll spend an evening just talking to people. It's crazy. They have so much stuff to say. It's nuts. It's super interesting, but good lord, man. And these aren't voiced either, so like it's kind of... It's a lot. It's a lot to read. Yeah, let's do the streamer to battle. Hold on. Let me just save the game because I haven't saved in a while.